Hi, my name's Kwame Taylor Hayford. I'm the co-founder of a company called Kin, based in New York and in LA. And I'm also a member of the D&AD Impact Council and have been for the last couple of years. I was jury president for Impact this year and really excited to see and sort of assess the work. And also excited to mentor Roland, who's on the line, and her fantastic initiative, Pinyapel. I'll kick it over to her to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Rolin Lamakso from the Design Center of the Philippines. One of our entry for the D&AD Future Impact is the Pinyapel. It is a locally processed specialty paper from discarded pineapple leaves. It is reinforced and we can use this into various packaging applications.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Roland. And yeah, I think we can just jump in. I'm excited to talk with you about this project we've been working on for a few months, and excited for you to share some updates on where things are. But maybe let's start with what inspired Pinyapel. How did you come to sort of launch the initiative?
Actually, with all other innovations, it all started because of a concern or a problem. So Pinyapel's journey began when Nature's Fresh Pineapple, who manages approximately 300 hectares of pineapple production area, requested for Design Center to check the viability of discarded pineapple leaves through experimentations and trials. There's no utilization of discarded pineapple leaves other than as organic matter of the soil back then. And we later learned that other plantations usually burn the pineapple leaves for faster clearing of the farmland, causing harmful emissions to the atmosphere. So there's where the idea came from.
That's awesome. So it came out of wanting to really help, and provide an avenue for this material that's often discarded and, to your point, burned, to be used in a meaningful way. Um, how did you go from, I guess, that initial insight around this needing to be supported, I guess, to actually real live sort of trials of creating the pulp and ultimately of making it into a physical product?
What actually helped shape the project is the growing packaging needs here in the Philippines. And according to the Pollution Control Association of the Philippines, our country will not be ready to phase out single-use plastics unless there is a cost-effective alternative to plastics. So Pinyapel, we offer Pinyapel as an alternative for the packaging to become one of the solutions for the plastic waste pollution, since paper, unlike plastic, can be 100% biodegradable.
Yeah, no, I love that. And as we've been talking, sort of working on it, I think one of the things I've been most excited about is the positive impact that creating Pinyapel is having on the community. Can you talk a bit about that? Because we've talked about it from a few different perspectives. Of course, there's the big impact, the positive impact it's going to have when people buy and use this packaging that's going to be 100% biodegradable, but also the farmers and the opportunity for them to have an outlet for this material that was often discarded, or even them learning kind of new skills. Do you want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah. Basically, the Philippines is an agricultural country. So there's basically a lot of agricultural waste in the Philippines. So Design Center, through its material development program, have always explored the potential of agricultural waste and overlooked resources as raw material for various product applications. This is to provide additional income for the farmers and for us to strengthen the impact on the design and local products and value on local products. So with Pinyapel, we want to benefit most, especially the farmers, the community wherein the pineapple plantation is located, and the manufacturers who would convert this discarded pineapple leaves into different applications, and for the consumer to buy products who are committed to sustainability and eco-friendly materials that wouldn't add up to the mess of plastic pollutions or um, burn and emissions to the environment. So
Yeah.
basically, it's a simple development, but in a way it's complex when solving the problems of the community.
Yeah. No, it's hitting on so many levels, which is I think why the project is so exciting. What's been really difficult? What's been really challenging about, launching and building the initiative?
Well, um, there's plenty of obstacles along the way through the development. Initially, our obstacles is during the time of the project, we are relocating. Our office is relocating, and we don't have a workshop space to do the initial trials for the samples.
Hmm.
The initial trials would be very um, advantages to us, because when we pitch the idea with our partners who we need, at least they gonna see what we're joining, what they can help support, how they can support the development through the facilities located in their factory. So basically that's the first obstacles. But as we go along with the development, there's plenty of obstacles we need to address, you know
Oh,
that that
for sure. We've been talking a lot about, more than a few challenges, especially now with COVID, right? And I know
yes.
we were working on sort of a market study, which was going to help with viability of the project and help hopefully get a lot more alignment. And that was, a bit delayed because of COVID. But I'm glad that most of that is wrapped up now, and we're deep into the final phases of re-articulating just the brand, and talking about, I think, Pinyapel in a way that's going to get potential partners really excited. It's going to get manufacturers who might want to take Pinyapel and use it to make different outputs excited. And of course, it's going to make, I think, the community, that this product's really for, also excited to see it get out in the world and hopefully start making some change. So what do you think the impact of Pinyapel is going to be, like, once it um, is fully realized and we've done the branding and we've, relaunched the site, which will hopefully give people a lot more information about what Pinyapel is. Like, what do you anticipate the impact is going to be?
um Basically, our biggest objective is really to help the lives of the farmers here in the Philippines. um we're really we want to realize the success of these projects, because from the initial production run of the Pinyapel, one of the farm lead women shared their story that through our initiative, there's a significant increase in in their income. So when you see that it's an initial production run, so if we were able to commercialize Pinyapel, the impact on the lives of the farmers, on the lives of the manufacturers who will convert this, on the lives of the consumers who are really going green. So with all this, I think it's not just here in the Philippines. It's all over the world who have agricultural waste, not just pineapple. They can utilize it into significant products. that are sustainable and would help the community in their livelihood. So that's the bigger impact.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like there's so much potential for what you're doing, in the Philippines to translate and to be exported to other markets and to other countries. I mean, not only is there potential, I think, for Pinyapel as a product to go global, and that's, I think, a big part of the focus of our work is how to make sure that as we sort of develop the brand, and as we go to market, it's built in a way that it has really broad appeal, so that companies in Europe, in the United States, can see the potential for this product and hopefully sign on to use it in some of their um, packaging. But also, I think there's an important piece around how this approach of taking material that was going to be waste and ultimately pollution, and evolving it, and figuring out how it can be a much more sustainable thing for communities and for the environment. Maybe one or two more questions for you, just to shed some light on, I guess, the conversations that we've been having over the last few months. What do you think of the sort of process and how we've been able to sort of collaborate to get to this point now where the brand is, it's in a good place, and we're going through sort of final refinement, and we're soon gonna, put
Yes.
it out there and hopefully get people a lot more aware of Pinyapel.
Yeah. Actually, the mentoring program has helped me a lot. We have all the details regarding the process, the development, and the community we help, and the audience of Pinyapel. But with the mentoring session, you have helped set the direction on how we can build the brand for Pinyapel. So um, um, basically, when um, we were able to identify the brand narrative of Pinyapel, and then you help us conceptualize easily identifiable visual identity for Pinyapel, which is ongoing right now. And I think brand building through website as well. I think this would provide an awareness and marketing for Pinyapel. So the people can see our main purpose and why we developed Pinyapel. So I think it's going great right now. And Design Center has always been into the quadruple bottom line approach for
Sure.
circular design. So this is the prosperity, planet, purpose, and people. So we wanted to um, to maximize the use of agricultural waste and increase the livelihood of farmers. For the planet, we wanted to address the growing concern on um, need on the natural resources and alternative for plastics. And for the people, we wanted to collaborate with local enterprises. And for our purpose, we consequently want to show the world what a creative Philippine can do. So that's the quadruple bottom line approach of Design Center for circular design. So we want to be able to show that to our audience through our brand, the brand building that we're going through.
Mhm. I think we've definitely achieved that, and I think the approach that you've been taking with the design center is something that the world is going to move more to. I feel like the idea that it is about, of course, the planet and people and the positive impact that business, corporations, I don't know, products can have on the world. I think embracing that and being able to manifest it through actual output, actual tangible products or initiatives that people can connect to or buy or participate in. Like that's where we're headed. So I think, you know, you're way ahead of the curve on that, which is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for your time to
No,
really
it's
assist us to set the direction with the brand
it's
narrative of
totally
Pinyapel.
been a pleasure. It's totally been a pleasure, and I'm really excited. You know, when we sort of wrap up to show what we've sort of developed
Yes.
for Pinyapel to everyone, and I'm even more excited to see Pinyapel continue to, you know, advance as a product and as an initiative. I feel we've got the beginning of what could be super impactful for not just, you know, the communities and sort of the farmers in the Philippines, but also just globally, you know, as we think about more sustainable ways to live.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Actually, we're further developing Pinyapel and its derivative, exploring how it can be developed in lots of different contexts aside from just being paper and packaging. It can also be textile, molded pulp,
Hmm.
battery, agricultural waste, and floorboards, among others. We want more from Pinyapel, not just as a replacement, but as a pivotal kind of innovation and intervention and a pioneering kind of project. So hopefully be able to also finish the business plan because based on we will the investment decisions will be coming
Hmm.
from the data of the business plan, and so we can be able to pitch so investments towards commercialization
Hmm.
can be achieved. So that's that's our plan this time. It's a step by step thing, especially with the COVID situation, and some of the delays are really affecting the progress of the project. So hopefully everything will go well.
Fingers crossed, things are going to go great. And you know, the potential, what you mentioned, the idea that and we talked a lot about this just through developing the brand. We initially were very focused on Pinyapel being sort of a replacement for paper, but I think
Mm,
very quickly we realized that it has so much more potential than that, you know,
true.
and it didn't need to be limited to just that context. And it's exciting to hear you talk about it. It's a new raw material, you know, that can be used in so many different ways. And of course, some of that will be paper based and packaging and things that we're familiar with. But, you know, floorboards, textiles, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we really need to collaborate with so many people to make this possible.
It's gonna happen. I'm fully confident that it's gonna happen with you and with the team behind it. Um,
Thank
any sort of parting thoughts? Anything you want to leave us with?
um with D&AD, actually we're very grateful because here in the Philippines, there's always this thinking that you have to be recognized abroad before you can be recognized locally. So, so we're very grateful that D&AD recognized our work. So this means that we're doing something right, and being able to be provided with a mentoring session program with Kwame is really um, very helpful for us. I'm not a designer, but you help me learn. It's a learning process for me, and you help me um, really push the potential of Pinyapel through the branding study that's been going on. And from this mentoring session, I've shared with you that we wanted to have a branding toolkit. So that the learning process will be continuous. So even if the mentoring program is over, we can share this branding toolkit with our stakeholders who who can be educated on the basics of branding a product. So the mentoring session, D&AD, it's very impactful for us and the Philippines. So hopefully we're going to see the potential, the big potential of Pinyapel over the years. So thank you, D&AD and Kwame.
Well, thank you. It's, similar for me. It's been an awesome learning experience to get to meet you and to learn about, of course, Pinyapel, and to learn about the Philippines, and what's happening there, just, culturally, and also from the design center's work from a sustainability standpoint as well. So it's been a ton of fun, and we're not done yet. We're still going. So I'm excited to have us wrap up and share what we've been developing with everyone.
Yes, definitely.